Hello everyone, I'm Pacific the Casual Gamer, and welcome back to another video, and we're going to talk about something I think I've never talked about before, and that is, should old school game chat come back? Now, in case you're unaware, there is a particular type of game chat that was especially prevalent in Halo 2, which was the way that they did game chat. You basically you could talk, and there was an area around you that people could hear you from, and the closer you got to someone, the louder they were. And it didn't matter if they were your ally or your teammate, which is very important to this discussion. And I really like that concept. You see it now in Battle Royale game modes, like H1Z1 Battle Royale and PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, and even Arma 2 Battle. I think it's an Arma 2. And then zombie games, of course, you kind of need that to communicate with each other. But you really can't do any private channels in those games. And that's the important aspect to it, is there's no private channels. So it's a very simulated war game. If you play Battlefield, you'll notice that game chat is not like this. There's a lot of people. Game chat is not close proximity game chat. Game chat is whoever's in your squad. All right, and maybe for the squad leader, the commander in Battlefield 4, right? So there used to be this proximity game chat, and now there's not. And I think it should actually make a return into some games like Battlefield 1. That would be great, Instead of having, let's just say you have a game where you don't respawn, right? Battlefield, you play a Battlefield game mode, literally 100 on 100, and you don't respawn. And you don't have access to a radio. You have to send someone with messages back and forth and try to keep a communications line set up. I think that could add another dynamic to maybe another class of communicator, right? Maybe you have communicators or you have a scout, so when the communicators die, the scout gets replaced. You see this a lot, this kind of doubling up on classes with support and assault classes, all right? Yeah, if you're a support guy in Battlefield, you can have an LMG and suppress the enemy down. But if you're an assault guy, you're still going to do that job if that support guy dies, and that's your guys' strategy. So it's really cool. But I think games with this kind of game chat kind of have more just depth to them, because if you're in a good game, not a lot of people are going to be toxic with you, because if they're toxic, that puts their chances of winning lower. All right, they may think they're better than you, but in reality, if you're toxic, your chances of winning are going to be lower. And I think it would also be cool, instead of just, okay, you have to be within 25 meters to hear someone, it's the louder you talk, the farther out your voice communication's going. So instead of, in this game called Miscreated, when you chat, there's area chat, local chat, and whisper, right? I think it'd be really cool if you could really just set area, local, or whisper by the volume of your voice. Now, granted, at night, when everyone's sleeping, that might be a problem. You have to put in an option to adjust for those people. But I think it would be really cool if that was a thing, along with the proximity voice chat. So if you're playing Battlefield 1, and maybe you're battling the enemy inside of a trench, and the trenches do zigzags, and you're 2 zigzags away from them, you aren't going to yell, right? You're going to whisper down to all the troops what's about to happen. I've seen also stuff where my brothers back in Halo 2, my brother and his friend, who was basically my brother at the time, really utilized proximity game chat very well. What they did was they rallied up the entire players of I think it was a team deathmatch in Halo 2, and they lined everybody up, all right, blue team and red team, and did some crazy stuff with them. They made up their own game type, because in Halo 2, one of the main complaints was you couldn't do custom games online very well. So yeah, I really am one of those people that if a game isn't toxic, I'll use game chat. Like zombie survival games, I'll say, hey, is there anyone there? Like zombie survival games, I hate being the dude that I hate being the KOS guy. I've sat there and someone had an axe and I had a gun, and I said, look, I need you to leave this place now, or else I'm going to have to kill you. And the guy was pissed off, but he left, right? I just saved myself some bullets by basically shouting at someone and sticking them up. It's dope. I love it. And I think that if you have this kind of group proximity game chat, where maybe even just a local team and then a whole lobby game chat like Age of Empires 3, it can really bring people together, I think, in the communities. It kind of keeps them, instead of there's my friend group and then the rest of the gaming community, it's the whole gaming community as a whole. And it might boost everyone, wanting to play the game more because they're like, we meet some awesome people on this game. Of course, there's going to be bad people and da-da-da-da. But, if you play a game like a zombie survival game, and maybe you play a zombie survival game and it's co-op, where you have to fight all the zombies together, right? Very simple. Hey, I need some stuff. I need it now. Or maybe you're playing a team game and, you're saying, oh, the enemy is reloading. Let's go after him. But then another enemy sniper hears you and picks you off, right? Like, those are moments that can happen in a game, make you think about what you're doing. I think Rainbow Six Siege could probably benefit by this as well. And I understand, when people don't want to do game chat, because I've played games where game chat is just complete and utter shit. You don't want to be in game chat at all. But there's other games where you want to be in game chat. Maybe you're going to Skype call your friend and kind of cheat the system and do that. Whatever. People do that all the time now. But to get that full experience of game chat in the game, battle royales or something like that, that'd be so cool. I remember in COD 4 there was a perk where you could hear game chat of other players, but then Xbox Party got so advanced, it's the most useless perk in the game. Literally, more useless than any other perk. Because I was, I kind of remember growing up in the days and watching my brother just interact with other gamers over game chat that he didn't know. And now, when I'm doing online gaming, I only interact with my friends. I don't interact with other gamers, and I really kind of get disconnected sometimes from the community. I'm like, what's going on? And then maybe you find an old game forum where everyone still is connecting with each other, and it's amazing. That's one of the draws for me for old games, is that everyone talks with each other, and everyone's an adult, so they know mutual respect. But I want to pass this question on to you. What do you guys think of game chat, proximity chat? Old game chat where you had to be close to someone to talk to them, and it didn't matter if they were your teammate or your enemy, they could hear you. Go ahead and leave those in the comments below. Subscribe if you're new, because I'm Pacific Casual Gamer. Suck just as bad as you do at video games. And I'll see you next episode, stream, or vlog of whatever I decide to make.